In the heart of the Pacific, Nauru stands as one of the world's smallest nations, a raised coral atoll, isolated for millennia. Long before maps or ships, the first settlers arrived, skilled Micronesian and Polynesian navigators, guided by stars and waves. They brought essential plants, established kinship-based societies, and formed 12 tribes, living in harmony with the land and sea. For centuries, Nauru was a self-sufficient paradise, its people deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. The island's unique geology, a makatea or raised coral plateau, shaped its ecosystem, with a fertile coastal strip and a rocky, forested interior. Seabirds nested in the heart of the island, their droppings slowly transforming the land into something of immense value. For 3,000 years, Nauruans developed a unique culture, language, and traditions, largely untouched by the outside world. They fished, farmed, and practiced aquaculture, thriving in one of the planet's most remote places. But this long solitude would end as European sails appeared on the horizon, bringing change that would forever alter the island's fate. The world was about to discover Nauru, and everything would change. The name Nauru likely comes from Anawero, I go to the beach, reflecting the islanders' deep connection to the ocean. Early European visitors called it Pleasant Island, charmed by its beauty but unaware of its true story. When Germany annexed the island, they formalized the name Nauru, a nod to its indigenous roots. Over time, Nauru became more than a name. It became a symbol of a nation's journey from isolation to global recognition. Today, Nauru stands for resilience, transformation, and the enduring spirit of its people. The island's name is a reminder of both its origins and its complex history. In the late 1800s, European empires carved up the Pacific, and Nauru fell under German control. German annexation ended tribal conflict, but imposed foreign rule, new laws, and missionaries, eroding traditional ways. The island's economy shifted as copper plantations tied Nauru to global markets, creating new dependencies. But the real turning point came with the discovery of phosphate, a mineral formed from millennia of bird droppings. Suddenly, Nauru was no longer just a remote outpost. It was a treasure trove. The Germans had unwittingly claimed one of the richest phosphate deposits on Earth. This discovery would draw even greater foreign interest and set the stage for a century of exploitation. The shadow of empire grew longer, and Nauru's destiny was no longer its own. The island's fate was sealed by the value hidden beneath its soil. The age of phosphate was about to begin. The discovery of phosphate in 1900 transformed Nauru into a site of global economic interest. British and German companies began mining, reaping huge profits while Nauruans received only a fraction. After World War I, Australia took over administration and mining intensified, stripping away the island's lush interior. The once verdant plateau became a barren wasteland, the land rendered unusable and the ecosystem destroyed. Dust from mining blanketed the island, causing health problems and erasing habitats. For a time, phosphate royalties brought wealth, making Nauruans among the world's richest per capita. But this prosperity was built on irreversible environmental destruction. The paradox: wealth flowed in, as the island itself disappeared. Nauru's riches came at a devastating cost, one that would haunt future generations. The curse of phosphate was now inescapable. As decolonization swept the world, Nauruans, led by Hammer de Robert, demanded independence and control over their resources. Colonial powers proposed relocating the population, but Nauruans refused, insisting on their right to remain on their ancestral land. After years of negotiation, Nauru achieved independence on January 31, 1968. The new government quickly took control of the phosphate industry, channeling profits into national wealth. For a brief golden age, Nauru enjoyed free education, healthcare, and the world's highest per capita income. The nation invested globally, funding ambitious projects, and living standards soared, but the prosperity was fleeting, built on a single, finite resource. Independence brought pride and hope, but the seeds of future challenges were already sown. The dream of endless wealth would soon collide with harsh reality. Nauru's story was entering a new, uncertain chapter. The island's fate was now in its own hands. Today, Nauru's 12,000 residents live on a narrow coastal strip, hemmed in by a mined-out wasteland, Traditional culture endures, clan ties, language, and community life remain strong even as modern challenges mount. The legacy of phosphate wealth lingers, but so do the hardships, reliance on imports, health crises, and crumbling infrastructure. Daily life is a mix of resilience and struggle, with few job opportunities and growing dependence on foreign aid. Hosting Australia's asylum seeker processing center brings income and controversy. The island's transformation is stark, but its people remain warm and determined. Nauruans face an uncertain future, shaped by choices made long ago. The scars of the past are everywhere, but so is the will to endure. Nauru's story is a cautionary tale of colonial exploitation and environmental ruin. Once among the world's richest, the nation now relies on aid and controversial deals to survive. Over 80% of the land is unusable, and climate change threatens what remains. Yet, the Nauruan spirit persists. Efforts to rehabilitate land and seek new industries offer hope. The island's journey from paradise to cautionary tale is a stark warning for the world. Nauru's resilience is its greatest resource, even as it faces daunting odds. The fight for survival and dignity continues, on a land forever changed. The lessons of Nauru echo far beyond its shores. Its people remain determined to shape a future from the fragments of their past.